I bit the headlines out. Obviously, I made all the front pages of the newspaper. I got caught having sex in the car with a wife. Unfortunately, it wasn't my wife. And he said to this girl, "What's your name?" She goes, "Michelle." I thought, I can't spell Michelle. So by 10 o'clock, I've gone to the toilet in the hotel. On the screen, on the big TV, is my picture. Mickey Thomas has signed for Brighton for £500,000. I thought I haven't. 4.5 bottles of wine later, I did sign. At this moment in time, he said, it's bleeding, and it doesn't look good for you.
How does that feel at that moment?
Well, I was shaking. I had to phone my kids. They knew I went for a test, and I was shaking. Scary.
Yeah.
I'm shaking now talking about it. Diagnosed as a cancer patient, and you walk in there and you see young kids that aren't going to make it. I have a different way of life now. All the Russian people, we're all like that, and Ronaldo having something to, and everyone kept coming to him for pictures, kept standing up. Never once did he refuse. As we walked out onto the pitch, I turned around to Tony and I shook his hand and squeezed it. All the betting went like that, looking at that. Because I get asked a lot, would you rather play today or, I said, no, I wouldn't want to play today. Or having 5 houses, 4 or 5 million in the bank, I wouldn't want to play today.
No, who'd want that? Yeah.
No, who would want that? So as we get in the car, this guy, the little Irish guy goes, hey, what about me? And the guy with the gun, he goes, you play for Man United? He goes, no, he says, I'm lucky you're staying in.
Tell you what, this has got all the hallmarks of an absolute classic underneath the floodlight.
Hey, well, Panaunda lads, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bootlegger show.
How's it going, lads? You alright?
Yeah, I'm all right, Captain.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back for number 2, the long-awaited number 2.
We got through the pilot.
And I'm in a better state than the last time you see me, ain't I, lads? Yeah?
To be fair, it's not difficult.
Yeah.
That wasn't difficult.
Yeah. Well, I had my excuse last time. It was my son's. It was my son's birthday, so give a man a break.
Of course,
yeah, of course. Man. Yeah. So, look, guys, we want to thank everyone so far for all the support. We're blown away with the amount of traction this show has got. Number 5 on Spotify, number 8 on Apple. Carl, we're just guys who when we started this show, we just wanted to have a chat and just entertain the people, and we didn't expect that, did you?
That's what it's all about. The Bootlegger show is people can see the bootlegger. Yeah, you got Alex and Gareth. We're going to talk about life. Yeah, real things.
Real things.
Not things that everyday people can't associate with.
Yeah.
So
and mainly, we're going to talk about beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
Beer, football.
Beer, football.
Women.
I don't know if the flamethrower's watching, maybe not.
What's a woman? Well, apparently, we've had quite a few reviews on the show. It's all so positive. My favourite so far, though, is the one that called me and Alex the Two Clarts. So I'm tempted to actually rename the show Bootlegger and the Two Clarts. What do you reckon?
The one that I saw and I was quite offended by, and I'm in dangerous ground here because a lot of Welsh people around me, they called me Welsh.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
They call me Welsh.
You got 3 Welshmen, yeah? Fuck off. Go home.
Right, should we talk about beer?
Yeah, let's talk about beer. So,
okay.
Look, Beer Hawk, our sponsor, have been awesome and sent us 4 crates of their World Lager mix case. We've got 15 amazing lagers from around the world here with us, and we'll be reviewing one a week on the show. To get your own case, to taste along with us, head over to beerhawk.co.uk and use Bootlegger10 to get 10% off your case. And, let us know what your favourites are. And, Carl, we've got...
Bootlegger 10. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, Bootlegger 10.
Is that 10% off?
10% off. Can't go wrong with that, can you?
Tasty, baby.
Tasty, baby. Have we got a bottle opener? More importantly.
Yeah.
So this week we're featuring a lager, a classic international style, innovated by Italian creativity. It's a bottle that actually will blow your mind because it's pretty brilliant. It is called Lisa.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what's the Italian pronunciation of Lisa?
It's a German beer, isn't it?
No, it's Italian creativity.
Is it?
Well, look, it's a 5% lager. It's brewed with orange peel and crisp, fresh aromas of cereal. Carl, how's that going down?
Honest assessment.
Honest assessment.
Well, I'm telling you now, this is a favourite of mine on the Perfect Draft machine.
Yeah.
Lisa Del Borgo is an absolutely delicious drink. It's the first time I've had it out the bottle.
Yeah. How does it compare to a draft and out of the bottle?
You know what? if I said it was an acquired taste, I wouldn't be lying, because a lot of lads may not be keen on the first sip, but believe me, once you start tasting it, you will fall in love.
Talking of starting tasting it, can I have the bottle opener to taste it?
They're saying that the first sip reveals honey flavours balanced by a nice soft bitterness and a clean dry finish. Does that sound about accurate?
Well, I don't know about that.
Let's have a taste of it.
Let's have a good slug of it.
Lisa Birra del Borgo.
Yeah.
Birra del Borgo.
Yeah. How's that? Definitely can taste orange. Yeah, it's good.
That is lovely.
It's good.
You're just saying that because Beer Rock have told you to say that, aren't
I'm
you?
just saying that because they've paid you to say that.
No, what are you on about? No chat. No, it is actually really, really good. Guys, go get your 10% off the Bootlegger. Just before we get on, we've got a really special guest with us, but just for that,
Very special.
very, very special. But before we get on, you've supported us enough, but head over to Patreon, patreon.com/bootlegger to support the show, keep the show going. You get access to episodes a lot sooner than everyone else. Merchandise, giveaways, so much more. And just for as little as £2 a month, it helps keep the show on the airwaves, baby, doesn't it, Carl?
Well, it puts diesel in my van, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Chuck some diesel in Bootlegger's van. Head over to Patreon. But
And not the red stuff.
we have a legend of Welsh football here with us today. Very exciting. Over a 22-year career, over 800 matches. He dazzled crowds from Wrexham to Manchester United and from Stoke to Chelsea and even America.
With 8 minutes left. Now 11 is Phillips. 5 there is the captain, Mickey Thomas.
Mickey Thomas, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, Mickey.
Welcome, Mickey. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah?
Glorious night.
Promise? Do you mean that?
Yeah, I'm happy. Bootlegger to my hat and say he's looking after me, aren't you?
How does it feel to meet? How does it feel to meet Bootlegger in Barbados?
Incredible.
Costa del Prestatin, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. I like it. It's very, very cosy.
Yeah.
For anyone not watching the video, we're actually recording in just behind your lovely caravan, Carl Prestatin, in the garden.
I call it the working man's villa. Yeah,
I like that. You need to get a sign put up outside there.
The working man's villa.
Yeah.
Mickey, it's nice hearing it. Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful. I mean, getting through security. Even getting out of jail.
It's time.
easier getting out of jail, Captain.
Yeah. But I said it's nice to be here. It's a great night, and hopefully we can entertain 1 or 2 people.
Definitely.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. So, how do you guys know each other, Carl, Mickey? How do you know each other?
Well, Mickey's an idol of mine, an absolute living legend, being a Wrexham fan. But we teamed up a while back, didn't we, in the Fat Ball in Wrexham. You went out your way to actually come and shake my hand, didn't you?
Yeah, obviously that was a big thing to meet you, my hero now.
A big thing to come and meet me.
The tables have turned.
Obviously, I was in Wrexham and I wanted to meet him. I've heard so much about him. Crazy guy, so he's similar to me, mad. So I like that. We get on well.
Do you reckon the captain's mad? Yeah.
Without doubt.
Without a doubt.
He's an entertainer. That's what I like about him.
You're looking at me socks, Mickey, aren't you?
The socks, I don't know where you got them from. But
Again,
don't get me a pair.
Anyone not watching the video,
I was going to say,
has a lovely get up here. What's wrong with socks and sandals? I've got to be honest, I don't care.
If there's ever a reason to sign up for our Patreon to see our video content, is to see Bootlegger's socks and sandal combination today.
I quite like
Pretty
it.
special.
Yeah.
Very special.
Well, if I was in Los Angeles, wouldn't be a problem, would it?
No problem. We are in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Costa del.
Costa del Prestatin.
But we've got the main man here today, and I tell you what, legend, Mickey Thomas.
So, Mickey, let's start at the start. Come from humble beginnings in Mochtra.
Yeah, that's
Mochtra,
right.
North Wales. Do you like my pronunciation there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever imagine when you were a kid? Because I've read that a factory actually helped you out and gave you your boots, first pair of boots, or something like that. And humble beginnings from a state in Mochtra. Did you ever imagine becoming a football star at that time?
Not really, no. I was obviously living on a council estate. On that council estate, I was the thickest kid. I couldn't read, couldn't write. I had no confidence. But when I had the ball at my feet, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
Without the ball, I was nothing. So you can imagine when I went to school, it was very difficult for me. People used to take the piss out of me. What's 2 and 2? I knew that was 5, of course, but I didn't want to tell them. It was a tough upbringing, but as I said, a good education really. I think it put me in good stead for the future of my career.
How did it make you feel? I'm guessing you played for the school team, yeah?
Yeah, I played for the school team. I was a captain. That's where captain got the name from. You see the captain.
Did you have an helmet on back in the day?
I have got one on now. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel that football helped give you confidence at that age and prove to those people who did make fun of you that there's a lot more to you about that?
I mean, obviously, what I went into, I want to be a footballer. There's no question about that. I could do nothing else, and I got rewarded because I worked exceptionally hard as a young kid. I ran every day, trained every day. You ask any team I played for, the Man United, Chelsea's and that, I was the fittest footballer. No one could outrun me. No one could catch me. Well, the police did, obviously. They got me. Yeah. So, I have to say that, I was very naturally fit. I ran on the sand dunes. I did everything to give myself an opportunity to be a professional footballer. I never dreamt I would do it. But I had that belief maybe if I kept working I'd get that opportunity. I used to pray every night, say, give me one chance. And I took it. I had a trial at Wrexham. That was for football, of course.
How old were you then? Sorry.
Yeah, I was 15. I scored a hat-trick.
And your trial?
Yeah, we had a trial. I scored a hat-trick, and John Neal, the manager at the time, said, we'd like to sign you up. And it just went from there.
Really? That's unbelievable. And, from there, 15 years old at Wrexham, you went on to such great things with that club, and we'll go on to a certain goal at Wrexham. But where were Wrexham, in English football at that time?
Well, they were in the third division, fourth division, third division. They weren't really going anywhere. But John Neal had a programme that he believed in about youth, given opportunity. And when I was 17 years old when I made my debut, and obviously I stayed in that first 11 on a regular basis, but a crop of youngsters came through. Billy Ashcroft, Dave Smallman, Joey Jones, my best friend today still. Yeah, a group of players that were exceptional footballers, and we made Wrexham a big name. There's no question about that. We had a fantastic run of football at a high level. Bill Shankly used to come all the time. Lots of ex-players played for different teams, always used to come and say, let's go and watch Wrexham there. They seem to watch and that. And I was obviously getting a lot of attention, not just from the police, but from football managers.
How did that compare though, Mickey? For you playing at Wrexham, obviously a little bit of a smaller club than Man United, but how did that relationship with the fans kind of go for you? Did you prefer being in front of these big crowds, or like a tight, small ground where everyone knows who you are in that city? Well,
without doubt, I gained my confidence at Wrexham. But when you join Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, it changes.
Yeah.
Because I never feared anything in terms of pressure, but when I went to Man United, and I'm not embarrassed to say this, I found it difficult.
Yeah.
Playing in front of 58,000 every other week. In my day, it was never identified about pressure. Like Gascoigne, Merson, and Tony Adams drinking drugs. I sort of had that pressure about turning to drink to play football. I felt more comfortable with the drink in me.
Yeah.
Because, I don't think people understand the football. They think you're just a normal person, but you all have your problems and that.
Yeah.
And it was tough for me. I found it really difficult at times. But
I
played 110 games in a short period of time for Manchester United. I work for them now. They've been brilliant with me.
Obviously, you were there for 3 years, wasn't it?
I could have been there longer, but I wanted to get away and back to it.
What was it like being at the racecourse?
The racecourse ground was amazing.
Yeah, and seeing 25,000
fans. Yeah, we had that. We were a team that caught the eye of everyone. As I said, we were winning football matches, getting the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, got beat by Arsenal, Liverpool in the Carling Cup. We had an exceptional side, so we were a good team to watch.
You mentioned Arsenal there, Carl. Before we started the show, you were on to me about getting a certain goal. I got to be honest, I've always heard of the Wrexham versus Arsenal Cup upset. I always have. It's probably in the top 5.
It's
FA
up there.
Cup.
Hereford, Newcastle, Ronnie Radford, and you.
I don't think anybody. You had to be there that day, Mickey.
Yeah.
To see the buses, the amount of buses Arsenal brought up, it was unheard of. Wrexham weren't getting big crowds then, were they?
No.
They were
4,000 or 5,000. 4,000 or 5,000. Yeah.
They weren't getting big crowds, and I remember seeing them buses backed up from the turf all the way up to what's now the university. and these big London lads coming down in their donkey jackets and everything, and they were bossing us about. Well, yeah, we're going to whip these lads 5-6-0.
Well, I want you to talk us through this goal, Mickey, if that's okay.
Have you seen it before, Mickey? Because I don't think you have.
Well, I watch it about 300 times every day. I watch it every day. Yeah, I mean, without doubt, it's a very special goal. But as Bootlegger just said there before, the occasion was amazing. The crowd 14,500 packed into the stadium. We had no chance of winning the game, but FA Cup football has a great history of shocks, and this was going to be. I still think, without doubt, not because I was involved, that's the biggest shock ever in FA Cup history.
A team with...
They were champions, Arsenal.
Reigning champions.
You could see the fear in Tony Adams' eyes when they realised they were up against a Goliath and a giant. Is it?
Yeah, without doubt.
Well, here's the goal.
I agree with them sentiments.
8 minutes left. Now 11
quality.
5 there is the captain, Mickey Thomas.
I'm saying to Wayne Phillips, pass me it. I said, no, get out of the way. I'm just going to smash it. I'm glad I did now.
Somebody played for Manchester United. It's Thomas who takes it.
Bosh.
Oh, Thomas.
Bosh.
He's done it. The magic little man.
Look at that.
The venerable age of 30.
Tell me one description how that felt when that went in the back of the net.
Incredible. I couldn't believe we equalised, obviously, because in the first 45 minutes they battered us. Absolutely hammered us, but we had that luck. We get an opportunity, I get the goal. Steve Watkins, who scores the winning goal, never gets a mention.
And he doesn't. I feel sorry for Steve, to be honest.
Yeah, I do as well, yeah.
Because
my goal was spectacular. They look at that and they show that all the time.
It's a bit of a bad goal though, wasn't it?
It was probably one of my greatest ever goals. I mean, for the Wrexham Football Club, it meant everything. They were going out of business. They were struggling for money. I didn't have my printing machine at the time, so they were struggling.
Well, Wrexham should have been relegated the season before, but the English League made expansion plans, which meant that Wrexham stayed in the 4th division. So a comparison right now for anyone who's a bit younger, and it's like Stevenage, who are bottom of League 2, beating Liverpool right now in the FA Cup. It's incredible, and Arsenal manager George Graham actually described it as the lowest point of his career.
Yeah, they went on a run after that and unbeaten for 36 games after that.
Yeah, they won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
They won the FA Cup.
They won everything.
They won the FA Cup against Sheffield Wednesday the year after, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a great side. Paul Merson, you mentioned Tony Adams, one of the best defenders of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a great side, didn't they? But we just rose to the occasion.
Yeah. I've got a question for both Carl and Mickey here. There was a pitch invasion at the final whistle. First of all, Carl, were you on the pitch?
I wasn't on the pitch. I was in the ground in the stand with an old girl's father-in-law, her dad that I was courting at the time, so I couldn't be going on the pitch. But bearing in mind I was only 15 at the time. So
fair enough. On the best bit. Well, Mickey, as a player, this is something I've always wondered. I've been involved in a pitch invasion with Cardiff when we got promoted, etc. What's it like for a player to be on the pitch? Obviously, it's better for the Wrexham players here. The Arsenal players would have hated it. What's it like for a football player when the fans start running on the pitch? Is it scary, or is it?
Of course, it can scary because you don't know what's going to happen. You might get a punch.
Yeah.
I mean, for the home team, great excitement. So jumping up and down. That you're not fearless of anything. But for an Arsenal fan, a player, I should say, it must have been very, very scary. But we weren't bothered about them. We were on about winning that game and going out after the game, enjoying ourselves.
Can I ask you, Mickey, is that your best moment in football, would you say?
I've had some great moments playing for my country, Wales.
Yeah.
My first ever game.
What about when you scored against England?
My first ever goal for Wales against England. That obviously one of my highlights as well.
Get it.
Yeah, but playing for your country, sounding professional as a young boy, getting that dream, knowing you're going to be a professional. That's great. That's a great feeling.
And the FA Cup was a much, much bigger event at that time than it is now. It could be probably at that time.
I'll be honest, I had 20 quid with my uncle yesterday, right, mate?
Yeah.
I didn't even know the FA Cup final was on. It was so.
I did watch it.
It's not what it used to be. Would you say that? Because
I disagree a little bit on that. I think for the well, I'm obviously older player now. I'm just saying, so the former players that played in the FA Cup, it still means a lot to them. And that I think obviously the new generation get an influx of foreigners and that. Maybe they haven't got the same feel of it. But no,
I don't want to talk bad about the cup, but when I was a kid, you used to watch the players getting on the bus. You'd watch them travelling down to London. You knew what suits they were wearing. There was everything. Now it just seems.
It seems like another final to me. That's my issue, because I grew up obviously, you know, in a different era, but still to me, even up to sort of 15 years old, 16, I had that magic of the FA Cup. Now, when I see obviously Arsenal win it, look, it's great and it was different. There wasn't any fans there, but I don't know, it just didn't feel quite the same. You see the FA Cup days where, you know, you get these big upsets. The upsets don't feel the same anymore. That's to me. I don't know.
Yeah, the Champions League has come into obviously more for the major clubs. Financially, it's massive, so you can understand that, can't you?
What was the European Cup like back then when you were playing, and compared to the huge brand?
You only you know, if you get beat, you get knocked out. Nowadays, you can get beat twice and still win the European Cup.
Do you think
Liverpool did, didn't they? They got beat how many times? It was a couple of times, and they still won the cup.
God knows. But look, at that game finally against Arsenal, Tony Adams is described by the Independent as the second best defender in top division history, and you terrified him. How did that feel? How did that feel to make one of the best defenders in the world at the time?
Well, I'll never forget, before the game, I was captain, of course,
and he was caught in caprice, Mickey.
So, as a captain, you have to go in the referee's room before the game. And George Graham, immaculately dressed, and Tony Adams in beautiful Arsenal kit. I'm in the Wrexham kit with Kevin Reeves, and I've got holes in my socks, holes in my shirt. That's how bad Wrexham was struggling. And they're looking at me up and down, thinking, what the hell is this going on? But as we walked out onto the pitch, I turned around to Tony Adams, I shook his hand, I squeezed it. It's all the best, and he went like that, and looking like that.
Well, he just took his hand away from you like that when
I squeezed it like all the best, and he went, oh no. And then we went on the pitch, and I just thought, the first 45 minutes, you have to say, they battered us. You know, but in FA Cup, we have to have a look, and we had a huge amount of that. And we get the opportunity in second half to, you know, get into the game and get a goal from a free kick, and we get the winning goal.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, you could feel it, because they missed so many chances in the first half. Because I walked in the dressing room at half time, I thought this is going to be 6 or 7, like you said at the start. But that didn't materialise. You know, they switched off, and gives that little bit of a chance.
Yeah,
Captain, you're obviously part of that crowd. You've been part of plenty of crowds, vlogging, etc., especially with Wrexham. Would that be the best game you've ever been at in your life?
That was one of the best. I was there when we played Real Zaragoza. I think we drew 2 each with them, didn't we? And that was, you know, Zaragoza were the top Spanish side then, and that had that. You could feel the atmosphere in the ground. We had 4 sides of the ground then, didn't we? And I think that makes a bit of a difference with Wrexham. Having 3, we've only got 3 sides now to the ground. You need to be on top of the bloody opponents when they're taking corners, and you know, the likes of Mickey back in the day.
I think the crowd plays a major part for professional football, without question. Obviously, what's happening now, it's not the same. But as like I said, then it's that atmosphere that gets you lifted, not just the fan, but yourself. They lift you.
Does it actually, we're not professional football. We've never played in front of 10.
No, the Arsenal game, there was no team talk needed by Brian Flynn, because, you know, the opposition with league champions, you know, going to be league champions, and that were league champions. So that gives you a lift. You want to play against the best. And you get a yard quicker, 2 yards quicker.
Quick word on Brian Flynn. How good was he?
He was very, very good. You know.
Is this Brian Flynn, the Welsh under-21s manager?
Brian Flynn was a great manager for Wrexham. He changed the fortunes of Wrexham around, brought a lot of youngsters through again. A 10-year period, I think, maybe a little bit longer he had there, but he did a great job. Amazing. I think, obviously, that result gave Wrexham a financial big hit. I think over £10 million, I think they got.
Really?
Yeah, that was a massive hit, and that was for the next few years, because before that game, we couldn't even afford a pint of milk. Honestly, the manager had to buy the old milk for the players now.
Unbelievable.
Well, moving on to the next stage of your career, Mickey, obviously Manchester United. Alex here is a massive Man United fan. You at that time were playing in a newly promoted Wrexham team to the second division from the third division. What was it like jumping up from Wrexham in the second division to an elite club like Man United? It's kind of similar to Dan James' situation from Swansea to Man United.
I mean, you know, nowadays I've got people to look after you. When I played, I had that problem of, you know, fear. going out in front of 58,000. It's obviously affected me.
Do you think, like nowadays, they've got more to deal with in terms of social media, but because they've got help, do you think it's better for them?
I think they've got people are aware now about pressure,
Yeah.
Mental issues and that. So in my area, it was a tough game, man's game, and you wouldn't want to go into dressing room and say, oh, I don't feel comfortable going out and they'd laugh at you.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
You said it affected you then, sorry. How did it affect you? In what way?
It's just going out and instead of being Mickey Thomas at Wrexham, enjoying himself, being man of the match every week, and that I felt like intimidated by it all. Like going out in front of 58,000. It was like, some people can embrace it. I found it difficult.
As a Wrexham supporter, Carl, were you disappointed to see Mickey go to Man United?
No, I mean, I'd have only been a little
you
nipper then.
You were a tiny
I'd have been
yeah.
Ewan's age now. But no, good luck to the lad, isn't it? He's straight to forage his career. How many years were you there? 3 years at United?
Yeah, 3 years. I mean, I obviously wanted to leave and go back to being happy in that and enjoy my football.
Yeah.
I played some great games for Manchester United, no question about that. But now people identify what the problem was with me. I think they understand now that, as a footballer going on that pitch, you cross that white line, you're on your own. And the fans that watch you don't know what's going through your mind and that. So when I do commentating now, I feel that if a player's not playing well, he might be having the same problems as me. Might not be able to handle it.
I actually love you on the radio.
Yeah.
You do a lot for BBC Radio Wales with the Wrexham stuff, and you can feel your passion when you're on it.
Yeah, I mean, football's my life. I don't know anything else. I said, when I signed for Manchester United, in my first few weeks there, the manager came in one morning and said to Stevie Coppell, Ray Wilkins and Mickey Thomas, you have to go down into the town centre to sign a new calendar for Christmas. So I don't think it's going to be a problem, but it was going to be a problem for me. So as we get there, Ray Wilkins is there, Stevie Coppell and Mickey Thomas, we're all signing these calendars. And Stevie Coppell went to university and he said to this girl, what's your name? She goes, Michelle. I thought, I can't spell Michelle. So she comes to me and I put Mickey Thomas and give her the picture back. She goes, you haven't put my name. I knew what her name was, of course. And I said, well, what's your name? She goes, Michelle. So I put a big M and a scribble. She went, that's not Michelle. I said, something else now, move on. So it's hard. I mean, as I said, because you're in the public eye 24/7.
Yeah.
More so now, obviously, because social media.
What's your view on Gareth Bale down at stuck up Real Madrid now?
I feel sorry for him. You know what I mean? 100 million.
Honest, professional opinion.
The thing is, it came out in the news. That's a good question, Carl, because it came out in the news yesterday. Another Wales elite top legend, I wouldn't say his name, but he said, John Toshak, said that Gareth Bale is wasting his career at Real Madrid. Personally, I disagree.
I agree. See, this is we differ on that. I do think he is.
Mickey, what do you think?
Well, he's an amazing footballer. He's had an amazing career, won everything possible.
Yeah.
Welsh legend, without doubt. I mean, that you follow Wales as well. It's been amazing. Now, in terms of, I know this is my opinion. If I was him, I am not him, of course, I would want to play for nothing. Because once that career ends, it's
nothing
over.
For nothing.
And I've got told many times, Gar Crooks, when I've seen him coming to the end of my career at Leeds United, he would say to me, play as long as you can, because once it's over, he said, it's a nightmare. So for Gareth Bale, who's vastly wealthy, got as much money, he doesn't need any money, I would go out and play. I'll come to Cardiff, I'll come and play, get him a Wrexham. Get on it.
But that's my point,
I would want to play. I mean, money's not everything.
No.
You
only get one chance, obviously, at a career, and if you're lucky enough to be,
obviously, sorry about that.
I wouldn't criticise him. He's got a family, his wife, and that. He's happy where he is.
He's got different priorities maybe than me. I would have if I would obviously kill to have the chance to be a professional footballer, and you'd want it to go on as long as possible. So
if I was him, I would exit the door.
Yeah. You'd still be kicking it now, Mickey, if you could, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I still try. Now I'm game after, it's not bad.
Well, you're the most in shape out of all of us, so yeah, you could definitely.
Well, I'm obviously been very poorly. I'm still obviously recovering from a very serious operation, but I'm happy.
Can we talk about that, Mickey? Obviously, everything that happened just from day one. I know. I think it was Brian Robson who was the person to tell you to get everything checked out. How did that kind of transpire?
Well, I was we were away in Bangkok on a golf tour for Man United, and we had a meal, and he's at the table. He goes, "You need to go to the doctors," because he's had throat cancer.
Yeah.
And he looked at me in a strange. I thought he scared me.
Yeah.
So when I landed back in Manchester, the next day I went to see a specialist privately. So I brought Joey Jones, my best mate. He came in with me, and it took a bit long. And I said, the nurse went past with one of those masks on and said, "Oh, you do well there." I thought, "Oh, you might as well go, Joe. I'm fine." 2 minutes later, when Joey's left, they come into the room, a doctor and 2 nurses, and looking at me. I'm thinking, "Oh, what's on here?" I said, "There's a problem." He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, yeah, you have a problem." He said, "We tried to get the camera down you." He said, "But unfortunately, we couldn't get it down." I said, "What do you mean you couldn't get it down?" He goes, "You have a large tumour, and it doesn't look good for you. At this moment in time," he said, "it's bleeding, and it doesn't look good for you."
How does that feel at that moment?
Well, I was
Obviously,
shaking. I had to phone my kids. They knew I went for a test, and I was shaking. Scary.
Yeah.
I'm shaking now talking about it.
And from that point, obviously you had a
You never shake, baby.
you had a lot of support though, didn't you? You had brilliant
Massive support. I couldn't imagine how unbelievable.
Yeah.
From all around the world.
You received
South
a message.
Africa, America.
Sir Alex texted you, didn't he? Sir Alex gave you a call.
actually texted me, phoned me, said, "You're a strong character. Come on, you can fight it." He's been ill as well. Yeah, so yeah, Phil Jones, Ashley Young, people like that.
So
yeah,
current players were still messaging support
all around the world. Chelsea, Stoke,
Brilliant.
all my former clubs. Obviously got in touch with me and that. If they ever need any help and that.
I mean, does that mentally just getting through something like that? Does that help? I mean,
well,
knowing that
I
you've got
knew
all that.
I had to have an operation. There's no question.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been dead.
Wow.
Is it out of 100 people, only 30% survived this operation?
So 70% of people.
Die. Yeah, so I knew I was in for a 7-hour operation.
But can I just say, you look how fit you're looking
yeah,
now?
I'm getting there. I mean, obviously, I've had major change inside my body. I've had all my teeth out at the moment. Obviously, I have to get them put back in. Yeah, but yeah, I've been battered, but my fitness got me through it.
Yeah.
Because when they operated on me, the woman that put the cam inside my body, the partners of the surgery, doctor, she said, your body was unique. You had no fat inside your body. Incredible.
Wow.
So that saved me. Yeah, but as I said, I'm still going along slowly, but I'm getting there. I want to get my teeth pulled back in.
Looking 100 million.
Yeah.
And Hugo Boss jeans, by the way, lads.
Yeah, I buy them.
Other jeans are available.
Yeah, so yeah, I think, can I just say that, and I'm say this from the heart, is that it changed your life. From the moment I walked into Wrexham for the first time, diagnosed as a cancer patient, and you walk in there and you see young kids that aren't going to make it. I have a different way of life now.
Yeah.
I appreciate my family, I appreciate everything. I'm happy-go-lucky, I love a joke and that. But now I have a sense of, there's a lot more important things than that.
Yeah.
And that, as I say now, I'm a changed person in that respect.
Oh, well done. That's such a brave story. Thanks for sharing that with us, Mick.
And we do.
Yeah.
We do love you, Mick.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Legend.
Going back to Man United, I mentioned Dan James. He's finds himself in a very similar situation as yourself.
Yeah.
What a season he had for Swansea. Season before last now, I guess, because it's ended. Do you draw parallels with him and yourself? Do you think he can really kick on and be...
I've obviously seen him. He comes over a very, very confident young boy. He's only 21. He's got, obviously, time on his side. He's got people looking after him. He's started his career very, very well. He's phased out this moment in time, but his chance will come again. No question.
Yeah. He looks like a great little player.
Do you think he'll get in that side again, though? Obviously, with the potential of Sancho coming to Man United now.
That's a competition at that level. You have to understand it's going to be competitive.
And obviously you had that as well.
No other way.
Yeah.
You have to believe in yourself and hope you get the opportunity. I'd take it.
And after Man United, Carl, do you remember...
I am here, by the way, lads.
We're distracted by...
Mick, he's just too interesting.
What do you think, Mick?
I love it.
So Mickey just tasted
That's my new medicine to get me back on the road. Come on.
Not bad, Dan, is it?
No, I love it. I love it. Love it. I like the hat. You should bring them out. So,
Hey? I should have brought the hat for you, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, you should have brought it down. Proper bootlegger with a hat on. Crazy guy.
Moving on from Man United, you went on to Everton.
Yeah.
You were a cult hero at United at this point. didn't quite work out for you at Everton. What happened in
Well,
Merseyside?
obviously, Howard Kendall, great manager. I was one of his first signings, but unfortunately we fell out over a decision for me to get match fit before we played Liverpool. He wanted me to play against Liverpool the following week, and we played City on the Saturday. I wanted to play against Man City. And he said, no, you're going to play against Liverpool. Argument, I didn't turn up for the reserves, which I should have done, but I didn't. I believe what I was doing was right, so I did it. I paid the ultimate price. He called me in on a Monday. He said, I'm going to call it a day. I said, Howard, you're doing a great job. He said, no, not me. He said, you're going. There's a private jet at Speak Airport. And I said, what? It's a private jet. He said, Brighton Hove Albion Football Club want to sign you. I got on that private jet, and I said to my wife at the time, there's no way I'm going to sign for Brighton. I landed there, got in the hotel, met the manager and chairman 8 o'clock at night. They're trying to say, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, we'll give you that. I said, no, I'm not interested in the money. I just want to go back and prove Howard Kendall wrong. By 10 o'clock, I've gone to the toilet in the hotel. On the screen, on the big TV, is my picture. Midweek Sport, Mickey Thomas has signed for Brighton for £500,000. I thought I haven't. But 4.5 bottles of wine later, I did sign. yeah. So, it was a nightmare for me there. I played 20 games out of 20, scored 1 goal and hit me on the head by accident. I caused some mayhem there. Yeah.
Catch your head, did it?
It was honest. I mean, obviously about when you go in different places, it's where you feel comfortable. I didn't want to sign. They pressurised me.
Yeah.
And I signed it. It was their own fault.
Yeah.
Can I ask just quickly, Carl? We've not asked this on the podcast, but your footballing background.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to be a professional footballer when you were a kid?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah,
of course I did.
So you were playing obviously throughout being a kid.
I played under 12s, under 14s, under 16s. But the sides I were playing for were getting battered bloody 7-8-0.
Yeah.
I used to play against Robbie Savage.
Did he? Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, yes. He was. I think he was Broughton Villa or whoever he played at, and he was scoring 7 goals a game.
Savage.
Yeah. Robbie Savage. Yeah, same age as me in school.
Scoring 7 goals a game. I can't imagine that.
Yeah, they were. But if you got the captain marking you, you're going to score 7 goals.
Where did you play?
Especially with the bootlegger beer.
Where did you play?
I played the fucking left back.
No.
Yeah, and I got a right foot. So, how does that work, Mick?
Well, I didn't have a right foot, I only had a left foot.
Did you ever see my recreation of your FA Cup
I
goal?
did, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to do it from the other side because I couldn't hit it with me fucking.
Wasn't this with the S4C guys, the Welsh guys?
Was that, yeah.
I got it in the back of
back
the net one day, didn't I?
It wasn't a bad effort, that.
Was there a goalkeeper?
Yeah, but he had to come off his line about 15 foot. Fucking hell. But credit to Mickey. I mean, you were a small guy.
Yeah.
And you always were, even when you were fit as a fiddle. But you were running rings around them fuckers, weren't you?
Obviously I was fit and strong in those days. I was physically strong as well. So I was fearless of anyone. You got to be. You got to obviously get on that pitch and give everything. Yeah, I mean, in those days it was a physical game. You can't obviously now the modern game. There's no physical contact, is there?
Well, that's it. That's a good segue, because what do you make of the game nowadays compared to previously? Would you prefer to play nowadays?
Well, some people say I prefer my time, obviously, because I think proper game. But people might say I'm jealous now. I don't want to play about the modern game. But
I bet you wouldn't mind a couple of quid off them, would
you?
Well,
what happens is that you're right, because I get asked a lot. Would you rather play today or I said no, I wouldn't want to play today. Having 5 houses, 4 or 5 million in the bank, I wouldn't want to play
what
today.
Do?
No,
who'd want that?
Yeah.
No, who would want that? No, but I would obviously. I'd like to have a go, but unfortunately I can't play no more. Time's caught up with me.
Do you think it is a massively different game though? Because obviously it was way more
Well, it's
physical
getting more technical, isn't it? And more obviously programmed. Like the players are all programmed now. You got to go here, you got to there. Nowadays, go out and just play.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you have to be just.
Tell us about when you went to Ireland, Captain.
Oh, I was playing obviously for Man United.
This is a good one, lads. This is a good one.
I won Player of the Year in Belfast for Man United supporters.
Yeah.
So the trouble was really bad at the time. Lots of people were getting killed. So they flew me over with Paddy Crowand and my wife at the time. So we've landed at Belfast Airport. Get off the plane, get into the foyer. The guy goes, Paddy Crowand, he said, you'll come with us. Our car's round the corner. Mickey, you and your wife can come with us. That's what the driver said. So we get round the corner. And all there is in the background, there's one car and it was like a wreck. So I said, where's the car? He goes, that's the car. I said, hey, I ain't getting that. I said, we ain't going to go for in 2 minutes and it would be breaking down. Well, it did break down.
Yeah.
2 miles into the drive, we break down. Within 2 minutes, this is no joke, 2 guys get out of a car with machine guns. Come to the car like that, and the taxi driver, whatever it is, pulls the window down. He goes, I've got Mickey Thomas, he's gone to Rope Hotel, he's won that thing in that supporters branch. He puts the gun at me like that, goes, get out the car. I said, who are you? He said, we're obviously plainclothes army people, you can't stay here, it's too dangerous. We'll drive you to the hotel. So as we get in the car, this guy, the little Irish guy goes, hey, what about me? And the guy with the gun, he goes, you play for Man United? He goes, no. He says, I'm lucky you're staying in. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable, yeah.
That's mad.
I hope he got away.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, but as I said, when you're in that environment, you're well recognised, aren't you? So,
What do you think the difference is, though, like nowadays compared to then? Like walking around the street, did you get stopped everywhere you went? Or?
Yeah, well, you can't now, obviously. I think so much TV and, as you said, podcasts and everything's on.
How are you finding the podcast anyway,
I
mate?
like it. I like the garden. I think it's nice.
Are you comfortable in the old working man's villa?
Without doubt, this bootlegger is certainly affecting my brain. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, do you feel comfortable today?
Yeah. Obviously, I've been in the hospital today for another checkup, so I wasn't feeling too good, but I'm happy with me now.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good to have you here, Mickey. Honestly, really mean that.
Absolutely over the moon.
Generally, my old man is so jealous. Like, he was such a massive Man United fan.
He's a Welsh legend. He's not just a Welsh legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend from so many English clubs as
I've
well.
had
Isn't
obviously problems off the pitch and that, and obviously he's asking me, aren't you bootlegger, did I make good money when I played? I said, obviously not, I went to jail for 18 months. So. So I've had my problems off the pitch, obviously.
Don't we all? I've made mistakes, mate,
Yeah.
and I get pulled up on them, but you always seem to have the same thing keeps coming to haunt you. But
I've had some bad times. I mean, I've hit the headlines. Obviously, I made all the front pages of the newspaper. I got caught having sex in the car with a wife. Unfortunately, it wasn't my wife. Making the headlines in that respect and that. And obviously,
we live and learn, Mick, don't we?
Yeah, I know. As I said, I'm not a bad lad. I'm just happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back in the day, like I know you alluded to it ever so slightly, but you used to drink before a game.
I did.
The night before
Really?
a game, is that right?
Just to calm me down.
Yeah.
Playing for Man United is amazing.
Yeah.
But as I said, some people can embrace it, some people find it difficult. I know a few players in the recent years I've been commentating on Memphis Depay, where he looked like he froze every time. He's a wonderful player, but not for Man United. So yeah, it can happen. It's how you can come through it and that. I regret leaving Man United. I didn't want to go, but I wanted to get back to being me.
You wanted to be not the star of the show, but you wanted to be you.
What about when you give the lads a thing? You went over to America and played indoor football.
Well, I played in America as well. I mean, it's difficult because I used to travel.
Was that indoor football?
Indoor football, yeah, 10,000 sold out.
What was that about?
Well, I was playing for Wales in Ireland, and the manager of Ireland said, "Did you fancy playing in America?" And I went, "I'm not sure whether America's big enough for me and John Wayne." So I said, "Yeah, I'll have a go." And I just went there for 2 years, and it wasn't a real game. No contact. You couldn't touch him. I was getting sent off every game, so it was a nightmare.
But you knew the whole deal. You knew it was going to be indoor football and everything like that.
Yeah.
Was there money in it for you?
It was a lot of money, yeah, but obviously not enough.
No, but good money for what was it?
Yeah, actually very good money. Yeah, they looked after me, gave me an apartment, gave me a car, flew me over, and that. Yeah.
What city were you playing in? Sorry.
Wichita.
Wichita?
Yeah, Wichita, Kansas. Yeah. It's only 10,000, but indoor 10,000 is a great atmosphere.
Yeah, they love their soccer.
Well, they're fantastic. Now it's taken off. Now Beckham's over there. Everyone, Pelé went over that one time. George Best and that.
Ibrahimovic.
Brilliant.
Earnshaw. Robert Earnshaw. He went over there.
And Robert Earnshaw, yeah, I'm sure he went.
What's your view now down at the racecourse ground? I know there's a lot of politics at Wrexham AFC, and I won't try and get too much out of you on it, but
I'd like for me and you to take over a managing assistant. I'll be assistant.
Do you reckon me and you could be a good double team?
We I don't think we do any worse, would we?
Mickey Thomas, and the Bootlegger co-managers Wrexham.
I think.
Let's make it happen.
I'd buy a season ticket.
I'd buy a season ticket. I'd be there every single game.
No, but
I think on a serious note, though.
What I want to get out of you, Mick, is, like fans-owned clubs back in the day. The establishment run the club, and the fans supported the club. Do you think there's too much meddling going on now in this day and age?
It's a very difficult job. Obviously, 12 years in the conference is not what Wrexham are about. But the thing is, the people that took over, I'm sure they're not in there to fail.
No.
But it's the way it's been run and the way the football's gone. There's lots of money being wasted, and that's damaged the club. They can't afford to keep wasting money. Different managers in that, get some continuity in that, get something there, stability in the club and that. Because Wrexham have got a great name in football, but 12 years now in the conference, which is not what it should be. And the fans don't know any different. The young generation don't know any different. When we played, we had a great side, Wrexham, top of the table, second division, going on to the first division, which would have been obviously, which is now the Premier League.
You haven't got a spare Welsh top from back in the 80s, have you?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd want. The one with the stripes on the front.
Yeah.
Oh, if you got one of them, you dig one of them out for the captain.
Yeah,
you know the one I mean, don't you?
Yeah. Is that the one where you beat England 4-1 or 1-0?
Yeah, that way we won England 4-1. That was a great day.
Did you hear that, Alex? When Wales beat England?
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, heard it. Yeah,
4-1.
Did you used to collect shirts from other players back then?
To be honest, I give everything away.
Really?
I give everything away. I like. I did it. We played Ireland, and a little boy outside can have your autograph after the game. And I said, "You can have my shirt." So I give him my shirt. Went back to the hotel, and don't forget, security was tight. Knock on the door about 10 o'clock. Joey's next door in the other bed, and they come in, mother and father, the son with my shirt, and the police. And they said, we come to give you your shirt back. He said, he must have stole it. I said, no, I give it him. He said, they couldn't believe it. I give it him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I give him my...
Were you the only one that used to do that? Did other players used to do that? Or was it kind of you took it upon yourself?
I don't know, but anyone asks me for anything, I'll give it away. That's my nature.
You mentioned Joey there. Quick word on Joey.
Yeah,
what a guy he was.
Yeah, I mean,
just Joey Jones.
Like me, he's not been well. We both having a bad time. But he's a legend of all legends. Wrexham through and through. I've been there over 30. I don't, I've got to be careful what I say, but he still should be at Wrexham.
He should still be at Wrexham, but he won the European Cup.
Yeah, he won the European Cup,
absolutely
the first Welshman to do that. He's won everything with Liverpool.
He was adored.
Welsh international legend, played over 72.
Did he go down to Chelsea?
We played. We had a great. I loved playing for Chelsea as well. I loved playing for Stoke. Wherever I went, I loved playing. But Joey was a legend everywhere. He turned Chelsea fortunes round with that come on.
Yeah.
Named as in the top 100 favourite ever Liverpool players list by their fans.
Yeah, without doubt.
60 seconds.
What was the flag, Mickey?
Joey at the frog's legs, something like that. Yeah.
Joey at the frog's legs.
Yeah.
Borussia Munchen.
That back, yeah.
What does that
mean? A legend of all.
Not
because he's my best friend. We grew up together. Well, I didn't go at all. He grew up bigger than me, obviously. But what a great guy. Yeah. What a great guy, a proper man. And as I said,
do you think we could ever get him on the podcast one day?
We'll get him on. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
Joey.
That will be a legend.
He's a legend of all legends.
So, just to finish the interview off, we've got some quick fire questions. Best stadium you've ever played at, Mickey?
Best stadium has to be Wembley, 100,000 FA Cup final, 1979.
Can't compete.
Worst stadium you've ever played at?
Worst one, I was playing for the prison team away from home. It wasn't very
mean machine style.
HMP Kirkham, was it?
Yeah. No, worst. I didn't like playing at Rochdale. But as a young kid, when I started off, I didn't like that for some reason.
Best player you've ever played against?
Best player, I played against some great players. Franz Beckenbauer, who's obviously World Cup player.
Beckenbauer?
Yeah, Beckenbauer. He wouldn't say that about me, but he's one of my favourite players.
You never know?
Yeah,
I played against
Glenn Hoddle was a great player. Glenn Hoddle was a great player as well.
Worst player you've ever played against?
I wouldn't give him the honour of naming him.
Your favourite ever kit that you wore?
The Welsh kit, really.
It's got to be that Welsh one.
Yeah,
the one that you're going to give me.
Yeah, I'll get that for you. The Welsh one, yeah.
What footballer did you dislike playing against the most?
There's quite a few actually, but that always inspired me to get the better of them. So yeah, I didn't mind anyone really. Just get on with it. Yeah, Didn't mind them. You get one or two more when you want to try and kick you in that, but I didn't give a damn about that.
What? You're such a nice guy, Mickey. What footballer did you flat out just dislike the most? Come on.
Well, I tell you a funny story. I tell you a funny story. I'm playing for Chelsea against Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah.
The game is live on TV. The game finishes 4-4. But just picture this: 38,000, 6,000 behind that goal where traffic Liverpool fans died, Chelsea fans, maybe more. Really passionate Chelsea fans. We are getting beat 2-0. Sheffield Wednesday scored the third goal just before half-time. As they're going back to the halfway line, Nigel Spatton, that played for Chelsea in my team, I used to call him the choir boy. He's getting verbally abused by a guy called Andy Blair. And all I said to this Andy Blair, this is my gospel truth, exact words were, I said, hey, leave it out. I said, you're winning 3-0. And he said something about my wife. He might have been right what he said, but he shouldn't have said it. so I said to Nigel Spatman, I'm going to do him. I'm having him. Because I thought we were going to get beat. This, 15, 20 seconds before half time, we get a corner. I said to Joey, what's the linesman? And what's the referee to Spatman? And this Andy Blair's on the 18-yard box. He smirked out, went, boom, sparked him clean out. He's on the floor, blood everywhere. The Sheffield Wednesday players know I've done it, but they don't come too close. They know I'm a bit of a psychopath. Now, as a referee going to me, you hit him. There's 7,000 to 8,000 Chelsea fans behind that goal. There's only one Mickey. So I'm saying, shut up. I said, you haven't seen it. Shut up. So I get away with it. I get in the dressing room half time. Manager comes in with 3-0 down. He goes, right, he said, I'm not going to say anything. He said, you got yourself in the situation. He said, but what did that guy say to you? Told me, he said, right, he deserved it. Get on. But the Sheffield Wednesday players didn't understand what had happened.
Yeah.
So they were trying to get me after the game and that. But when they find out, and we played them in the replay, and I scored the winning goal in the 98th first minute.
You wouldn't have got away with that now, would you?
No.
Best Man United player of all time?
I watched some videos of Dennis Law. Incredible. George Best, you can't Pastor Bobby Charlton, Brian Robson. The list is endless. So how could I say different eras? It's very
if
different.
you had to pick one.
Have to pick one. You are really a tough man. The greatest player of all time. After what I've watched in the last few months in lockdown, Dennis Law, not just for a natural goal scorer, but his all-round ability outside the 18-yard box. I didn't realise how good he was. Amazing.
Really? Worst Man United player of all time?
Me.
Mickey Thomas.
No, I mean, I wouldn't even name it. I thought it's all about opinions, isn't it? Obviously, but the greatest player is very, very different. I said the Robsons, the Keanes, the Giggses, and the list is endless. For the last 25 years, I've travelled with the first team, all the European games away, private jets, and that everywhere we go. I've been lucky enough to get good. Feel for the players. I get on well with Juan Mata. He asked me how I am.
Juan Mata's lovely though, isn't he?
Because he knows I've been ill and that. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Ronaldo, got on well with him. And I've never seen when they were at European Cup in Moscow, and this is what 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and we were waiting for the private jet to come, and there's all the Russian people. We're all Ronaldo's having something to eat, and everyone kept coming to him for a picture. He kept standing up. Never once did he refuse.
Really?
He's an amazing guy. But I remember coming back at 4 o'clock in the morning from a game somewhere abroad, and it's the first time I've ever heard. And this guy goes, "Can I have a picture?" Ronaldo goes, "It's 4 o'clock in the." And that was it. Yeah, but he never refused. I like Ronaldo. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
What do you think of Bootlegger's socks and sandals?
He can wear what he wants. He's a legend.
It's his show. He can wear what he wants.
Whatever he wants, people will buy it.
Definitely.
Yeah. I want to get that hat. You got to get that hat. That's a legend of a hat.
We got plenty coming up. We got Bootlegger's voicemail and Netflix and chill. Mickey, I just want to say, I'm sure Carl signed Mickey off. He's your mate. He's the legend.
He's the absolute legend, Mickey. You've come down to the working man's villa this afternoon.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah?
Beautiful, yeah. I like it. I've got working man's beer.
The working man's beer.
Yeah, the Bootlegger one.
It's a shame you haven't got to meet Flamethrower today, but maybe we'll come and see you in the Ganway soon.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
And have a quick word in Joey's ear.
Yeah, I'll get Joey on the show.
If we can get Joey on the show, because we'd love to hear what he's got to say about his European exploits.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, you'll enjoy him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
One of the great guys and nice guys of football.
Brilliant.
Thanks so much, Mickey. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Such a legend.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely love that one, lads.
It's great.
Hey, how good was Mickey?
Brilliant.
I can't go over that interview. I had goosebumps pretty much the whole time.
I could have sat here all night chatting to him.
I want him back. Let's go phone him.
Well, you two fuckers didn't shut up.
We completely left you out in the dark.
No, I don't. Listen, I was sitting in awe of the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an absolute living legend, and he's the most likeable man that you will ever meet. The fact that he supported us today, come down from the Gamway, means so much to me. You know.
Yeah, massive thank you to Mickey Thomas for that.
Just like, I was in awe of him. Just being in the presence of such a Welsh legend.
Not just that. I mean, like he's played for United, he's played for Wales, but he's also
beat England,
beaten cancer.
And it was so inspirational. What a story!
Yeah, his story's fantastic, isn't it?
I can't even imagine being in that situation. The guy just spoke about it with such bravery.
Yeah,
Mickey Thomas, what a legend. Moving on though, it's our favourite part of the show, Carl.
Oh, I love this.
Hello?
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 Can you hear me? I can't come through the phone right now, but if you'd like to leave your name and if you'd like to leave your number, I will get right back to you, baby.
It is the Bootlegger's voicemail. So, guys, if you want to get involved, the number to call and leave a message is 07592 794 927. I haven't listened to any of these voicemails, Carl, so I have no idea what's coming up.
Yeah, I know what I'd be saying, baby.
Let's get on to the first voicemail. Here we go.
All right then, Captain. Me and Dave, our respective flamethrowers, would like to know how many pilsners you can have it go on a right session. Over and out, Bootlegger.
Fucking hell, how many's he drunk?
Nearly as much as you last week, to be fair.
I think he's in a bit of a circumstance where he's had quite a few pilsners and he's just wondering, right, how many can
How
Carl
many's
have?
too many?
All right, baby. I'd like to. No. It's good banter. It's good it's good patter, shall we call it?
If you're on a night out, as he's asking, how many pilsners can you handle before it's a bit too much?
Not enough, baby. No. I'm a bit of a weapon when it comes to drinking pills, and I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you can put them away, to be fair, can't you?
No, I can put them away quick, but once I get to 7 or 8,
You seem to stay at a level, though.
Yeah.
Like, you ramp up, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You never get to a, like with me, 7 or 8, I end up sending some really dodgy messages.
I'm asleep at that point.
Yeah.
Well, I say a lot of things that maybe I don't really mean on social media after too many pilsners, but all right, baby, I like that one.
Here's the next one. Right. What's this one got to say? I love these.
Now then, Captain, got me in the job this week as a litter picker. They said there's no training involved, you've got to pick it up as you go along. Good night.
What?
What the friggin' hell is he picking up is what I want to know.
What the fuck was that?
He's a litter picker, and to be fair, I respect it.
Good on you, buddy.
Keep on picking, baby.
There we go.
Hello, Captain. Just wondering what your favourite pie filling is.
What is your favourite pie filling? That's a good question. I was at Pie Minister in Cardiff the other day. I like a good free-range chicken, some bacon, and some gravy, minty, mushy peas, and a mash. What about you, Captain?
What's your go-to?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm a Wrexham lad, and we got the Village Bakery. Am I allowed to say Village Bakery?
What's wrong with saying Village Bakery?
Yeah, well, I'm promoting Village Bakery now, baby.
Promote what you like.
Yeah, they do a really nice steak bake pie. You want decent meat content, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like going out on a Saturday night. You wanna feel filled. Fulfilled, I meant to say.
Yeah. I didn't wonder where you were going there, Carl.
Fill in the captain. Right. I'm scared what these are going to say, to be honest. What's this one?
What is that, Captain? Harry from Wrexham. So I've seen on Twitter about your escapades with Jack, mate. I was just wondering, would you ever want to do a podcast with the true Geordie? He's reacted to some of your stuff in the past. Thank you.
Good question.
So, Jack, mate, popular YouTuber.
There will be a
True
collaboration
We hope so.
potentially.
We hope so. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
True
look-
Geordie, where do you stand?
Love to do some shit with Jack. I'd like to see True Geordie because they called me a racist on one of their podcasts,
Yeah.
and that really broke my heart. So fuck the True Geordie, baby.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've actually watched that video. I gotta be honest. I watched the video. It was very cruel. Very cruel.
It was easy for them to say certain things, and edit a little clip
Yeah.
or two here. But what they don't actually understand is the captain is in India, the captain is in Thailand. Do you really think I'm a racist guy?
Yeah.
And that was wrong.
No, it was definitely unfair. Like we've watched it back, and it was one of those where it was just like, I think they were in jest and they were in the moment, and they were.
But there's in jest and in the moment, and they left it in jest.
They did,
and
yeah,
that hurt me.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I can just say on a personal standpoint, I spent a lot of time with Carl, the captain. He's the least racist person I've ever met, by far.
100%.
You just like, you see how you are on Twitter. Like, you're the most conservative guy. You just want everyone to just get on with life.
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree with that.
I haven't got a bad bone in my body.
No.
So fuck the True Geordie.
So no True Geordie crossover.
Fuck the True Geordie.
Fuck the True Geordie. Fuck him.
Last one, guys.
All right, lads. All right, Captain. Just a quick question for you today. Would you rather... fuck that, not would you rather. So you can kill, marry... What's the fucking thing? Kill, marry, or...
It's going well.
Kill, marry, or... Fucking I'm pissed. Kill, marry, or... get free. So you got three options. You can either kill someone, marry someone, or kiss them. And three people... Hitler, Michael Jackson, or Donald Trump. So which one are you killing, which one are you kissing, and which one are you marrying?
Well, there's
definitely
not a time limit on voicemails. So what was it? Hitler?
You can kiss, kill, or marry Hitler, Trump, or... Who's the other one?
Marrying. Which one are you kissing? Donald Trump. So which one are you kissing? Hitler, Michael Jackson, or Donald Trump?
Michael Jackson, Hitler, Donald Trump.
Well,
you kissing, killing, and marrying?
I would kill Hitler.
Kill Hitler.
Well, he's dead, but let's kill him again.
Yeah, kill him again.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah.
I would actually kiss Michael Jackson because I loved moonwalking when I was a kid. Fucking right. Yeah, who didn't like moonwalking when they were a kid? Yeah.
But that leaves you with the option of marrying
Donald Trump.
Oh.
I'll tell you what. Might get a load of shit from this, but I actually fucking think Donald Trump's all right, mate.
No.
Fucking telling you now.
Oh God.
Right. Okay. So you're going to marry Donald Trump.
I'm going to marry Donald Trump.
So you're going to be the first lady.
Can you just sort of, like, if you're going to marry him, can you just please do me a favour and sort out his hair?
Eh?
Like, what is that hair?
Well, it's not his fucking hair, is it?
It's not his fucking hair.
Can you do me a favour?
Squirrel's hair.
I mean, if you'd have given me somebody else in that equation, I wouldn't have fucking said Donald Trump.
You wouldn't have married Donald Trump.
No
Given
fucking
the option,
way would
Carl, you're not going to marry Donald Trump.
Basically, a very difficult voicemail to deal with.
So either I've got to deal
with it, doesn't
You
it?
did very well.
Fuck it.
Fuck him. Right, before we move on to Netflix and chill, I just like, Carl, can you give us a bit of a word about these Bootlegger flamethrower salami crisps? Very close to your heart. I met the owner yesterday. Such a lovely woman.
Yeah, Ruth, her name is actually.
Yeah.
Open them up. And let's have a fucking try of them.
Hold that for me, Alex.
You got your beer?
Speaking into two mics.
Okay, have a taste of that, Captain. I haven't tried these yet.
So these have got Carl's face name on it.
Yeah.
Bootlegger crisps.
Are you going to take one or what?
These have actually got the flamethrowers name on them.
Right, let's have a try.
It's fried salami. What I liken it to is an alternative pork scratching, yeah?
Right, okay.
Yeah, but you've only had a small one there. You need to get another biggie. Give him another big one.
No,
fuck that shit. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it's dried. Good luck listening to this chewing noise, guys.
Yeah, I really apologise.
But
bit of flame to it.
flame through him.
Yeah.
And it'll come and it'll go. It's very something.
How did this come about then, Carl?
Please let me.
So this is the cum farm. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it charcuterie?
Charcuterie.
Yeah, see.
Charcuterie. It's French, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's
Is it?
you can pick up a wicked pack of these salami crisps, a nice mug. And
They're really good.
Great. Oh, it's so good. They're hot.
See, yeah,
They're really
good. And what
Goes
it
so
does,
well with a
what
beer.
it does, is it makes you drink more, baby.
Nothing wrong with that. So guys, go pick this up at cumfarm.co.uk. They're not sponsoring us, but you know, Ruth is such a lovely woman.
Yeah.
Really good operation down there.
Are we going to go and take the podcast down there one weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get amongst the pigs.
Let's get down there and see what these rugby lads have got to say about it.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Next
I
up,
bet they
guys.
could drink more than you lads.
I doubt it.
They're good.
They are so good.
Netflix and chill with the captain.
Netflix and chill with the captain. So, guys, every week we give Carl a film to watch, and he will give us his rating out of 5, his Pilsner rating out of 5. And this week, we asked you guys on Twitter what you wanted to watch. We thought the best shout was The Truman Show.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an old film, but it's come on Netflix recently, and it's just taken it by storm. It's like #1 trending, etc.
Yeah.
So, Carl, The Truman Show, what are you saying?
How was it?
You gave it a watch. What do you think?
I haven't watched it.
Ah, you fucking... One job.
One job.
Are we going to get
Gareth,
through this whole
Gareth,
series and
Gareth,
it's not going to watch a single
Gareth,
fucking
he's got
film?
one job.
I do apologise, but I don't know what.
This is only episode 2.
One job.
Strike. 0 for 0.
Yep.
Listen, I'm a fucking busy man. You've seen the working man's villa over there, haven't you?
Yeah, it's fucking lovely.
Yeah. I've been sitting outside the working man's villa all week, and I've said, fuck it.
So you've not watched The Truman Show ever?
I have actually seen it, yeah.
You've seen it like a long time ago.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, there's no man on the planet like him.
Brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah. Actually, a few people have likened me to fucking Jim Carrey. When I have my hair fucking trimmed nice and tight. Like you've had yours, Alex.
I've had mine.
I still look ugly as fuck. But
But you know what I liked about Jim Carrey?
Yep.
He never had to swear, did he?
no,
Yeah,
it's just
to be
all-
funny, he never... Yeah, you're right, you're right.
It's all
His
just facial
expressions were
expressions.
brilliant,
Yeah,
honestly, brilliant.
Talk on your Netflix for chill. Tell him I watched fucking James Bond. No, tell him I watched The Shining last week.
What film The Shining is?
Okay,
Right.
that's a film
Jack
I've never
Nicholson.
seen.
What?
Right. I watched The Shining. You haven't seen The Shining?
I've never seen The Shining.
Fuck it, this guy's weird, mate. He's
No, I
he
know
had- he hasn't seen Rocky.
You haven't seen
I've never seen
fucking-
Rocky.
Right.
I have seen The Truman Show, and I was asked to watch The Truman Show,
You're
and
a
I did
fucking
watch
joke.
it. That's me.
You're a
That's
joke.
my tick in the box. Carl didn't watch
You're a
The Truman
joke.
But I watched The Shining, right? And I tell you what, I shit myself in the
Really?
working man's villa.
Yeah.
The little
the two
kid,
twins.
the little kid going down on the
And they're like, come play with us.
yeah,
Come play
red
with
rum,
us.
red rum. Listen, you want to talk about a film? Stanley Kubrick, I think it was.
That's
Wasn't
it. Yep.
It was filmed in such a beautiful way, but it was dark, and the music. I mean, Jesus Christ! I never slept a wink.
Is it Stephen King?
Yeah, Stephen King.
Yeah.
Was it Stephen King?
Stephen King.
Stephen
Was it?
King.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Not
Was
Steve
it?
McQueen.
He didn't say Steve McQueen.
I thought you said, was it Steve McQueen?
No,
No,
Stephen
Stephen
King. I always thought it was Stanley Kubrick who
No. Stanley Kubrick was the director. You're right.
Yeah, and
Stanley King was the author.
But Stephen
Stanley King.
Stephen King wrote the book.
the,
I've had
too
too
much.
many fucking
You've had too
bootleggers,
much.
mate.
yeah, too many bootleggers. Give us what's that fucking bootlegger stick like now?
Do you know what?
Give me a bite of it. Just give me a quick bite.
This is like basically what I would call this. For anyone who's not watching the video, I just
got crampy.
force-fed bootlegger my salami.
So Truman Show, we all know the premise. We know what it's
the
about.
guy is being watched, etc. His whole life's being watched. So, Truman Show. What do you remember of the Truman Show, Captain?
Fucking long. Did he die and come back from heaven or some shit like that?
He didn't watch it. He didn't. He's
He's
never
just
watched
a
it.
fucking
He never watched it.
Oh, fuck that shit. Sorry, lads. Next week.
Next week, you're definitely going to watch it.
Promise. I've got a Wi-Fi here now in the caravan. So
I got so many cool facts here about the Truman Show. I just can't be asked.
Yeah, no one's interested now.
No.
right, you know what? That's so good.
Mate,
No,
do you know what? I've got to be honest.
that stick is so good.
This is so good. I can't be asked recording anymore. Look,
Should we
Bootlegger,
just finish it off?
sign it off.
Go on.
Sign off the show.
Well, I'll tell you what, lads, what an absolute legend of a show we've had. We've had Mickey here today. Alex and Gareth, they've been on form. They're in the working man's villa with the captain.
Yes.
I'm going to put them on their knees tonight, baby.
We love it, don't we, Captain?
Yeah, we love it. And thank you very much for looking after me.
No.
Yeah.
No problem.
You look after us, Captain.
Yeah, I look after you. I'll watch Netflix next week.
We love it, Captain. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
God
Cheers,
bless.
mate. Bye-bye.
Love you, crooks.
They only turn when I'm not looking.